Right, I'm just making a quick video. I recently made a video on our Dacia jogger. It's had quite a few views and a few likes, so I thought I'd make a video on my Mazda 3 saloon Mazda 3 hatchback or fastback. I've had the car 6 months. I've had no problems with it. I had to change cars because I had a Vauxhall Astra which was written off. Somebody drove into the back of it. I'd made a video on the Astra that had quite a few problems, engine management light on, and I vowed that I would never buy another Vauxhall. So I started looking at cars, and the local garage, which was about 2 miles up the road, had a 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. So I looked at that, I took it out for a test drive, and I wasn't that impressed with it. It was, the brakes weren't very good on it, and it had the 2-litre G engine, which is about, I think they're about 120 brake. It didn't seem to have any power. And so I was like put off by that. Then I started looking on Auto Trader, and I saw this, which was at in Worksop for sale. It was what they called Stoneacre main dealer in Worksop, and this was 15.5 grand. Now apparently they'd had the car in stock for 2 years, and it sat in dealer stock for 2 years. They couldn't sell it, and it was like they'd reduced the price down by about 2 grand. It had only done 16,000 miles, and it had been registered in Newcastle. It was a Newcastle car, and it had made its way down to Worksop. Right, I'm going to show you around the car now. We'll have a sit in it, and hopefully this wind won't be a factor. The first thing I'll show you is the boot. Now, because it's the saloon come fastback, they have got a really good boot. You can see how deep, how far that goes back. I needed a car with a big boot because my son is disabled, and I needed to be able to get a wheelchair in the boot sort of thing. But as you can see inside, it's really nice, leather all rounds. You know, they're, as I say, they're nicely finished off. You get a Bose stereo. You also get a CD player as well, which sounds really good. And what I'll do, I'll start it up, and I'll show you the dials. This is the, you get cameras as well. You get a forward facing and a rear facing camera. This is really clever, like this. So basically when you're parking, it gives you a top view of the car. I don't know quite how it does it, but it's like you've got a camera on top of the car. It uses the cameras and the sensors around the sides to show you what's around the sides. And I'll tell you what, it makes parking really easy. Do you know what I mean? Now this is the Sky Active X engine. Now I don't know if anybody knows how it works, but basically it uses compressed ignition. It works in the same way as a diesel, so the mixture's mixed and then it's compressed, and then it's a separate ignition to ignite the fuel. So it works in the same way as as a diesel. The car, they say the car, this one is a GT Tech. So they say that it's mild hybrid. It's not really mild hybrid, because the only hybrid bit is the car has got a very small supercharger which the battery runs, so that that provides more air to the engine, so it can deal with that compression and give you sort of more miles to the gallon. Now I drive to work. It's about a 26-mile drive on A roads, and I'm currently getting to the gallon about 54, 55 to the gallon. So it is really, really good, really economical. Now that that is if you're using the cheap fuel. If you're using the 95 RON cheap unleaded, you get 55. You get 55 to the gallon. If you use the more expensive fuel, the 98 or the 99 premium unleaded, that drops down to about 51, something like that. It doesn't like the expensive fuel. I think the cheap fuel has got more ethylene in it and it's more explosive. And because of that, the way the engine works, you know, so if you are buying one, just run it on 95 RON fuel. Don't run it on the expensive fuel because it doesn't like it so well. So the power in the car, you know, as I say, I think it's got 186, I think, brake horsepower, but it's not a quick car. You know, anybody who says, oh, you know, they're a quick car, they're not. I would say that it's adequate. You know what I mean? You can keep up with fuel, keep up with other cars on the road. I think the problem is now, because we're all used to driving 3-cylinder turbocharged engines, you sort of put your foot down, they pick up. Where because this is more like a diesel, you've got to knock it down a couple of gears. You've got to get your revs right, put your foot, you know, you've got to sort of plan. You've got to plan an overtaking maneuver. Is that the word? I would say. But yeah, it's adequate. You know what I mean? I would say that it's adequate. What I'll do now, I'll have a sit in the back. I'll show you what the back's like. As I say, it's really nice in here. You even get like the glove box. You get an illuminated glove box. It's got you get electric memory seats. Electric mirrors. The mirrors fold as well. You know, it's really nice. So it's got some nice little things here. It's got, see on here, it's got hold auto. It's got like a creep function. So if you're stuck in like traffic jam and you're just moving, you know, maybe under 10 miles an hour, just creeping along, you can press that, and then when you stop, it'll apply the brake. So you haven't got to keep putting the brake on and off. You know, there's loads of really good little gadgets like that. I'll sit in the back, show you what the back's like. I've got a car seat, look, to give you some idea. It's not too bad. It's a fairly big car seat, and that's the leg room. So the leg room in the back, I would say, ain't too bad. Do you know what I mean? There's more room because this is the saloon fastback. The roof doesn't slope down so much as what it does in the hatchback. So it does give the rear passengers a bit more room. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, I've had the car 6 months, no problems with it. I've got 2 criticisms of the car, right? The first one is the sat nav. The sat nav is obviously some Japanese sat nav unit. It speaks in English, but when it's pronouncing places you're going to, it pronounces them wrong. Do you know what I mean? So it says words, you know, we know how something's pronounced or how something says, but it doesn't say it like that. It says it, you know, it just pronounces words wrong. Do you know what I mean? That's what it does. So that's a little bit annoying. And then the second thing is, I would say, I've changed the tyres on the car. The tyres on the car, standard tyres on the car are Toyo tyres, and I think they're crap. You know, the grip on it was poor. You know, the car had only done, when I bought the car, it had only done 16,000 miles. And the tyres still had a fair bit of grip. You know, the rears, it still had a fair bit of grip. But the tyres in sort of wet weather didn't fill you with confidence. Do you know what I mean? So I literally had the car, and within 2 weeks, I changed all the tyres. I put Goodyear tyres on it, which cost, I don't know what it cost me. It cost me about 500 quid, I think. Goodyear tyres on it, and that improved things dramatically. So I would definitely recommend, if you're buying one and it's got them crap Toyo tyres on it, I would definitely change the tyres. Do you know what I mean? But apart from that, you know, I think if you want to, you know, if you want a sort of saloon car that you can get 4 people in, good fuel economy. You're not too worried about driving around really fast like a maniac. You know, I would recommend buying a Mazda 3 saloon stroke fastback. Okay, that's all I'm doing for now. I hope I hope this video has been of some use to you. If it is, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Okay, cheers, bye.